Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, as Capcom went ahead and provided their new fiscal reports for the first quarter of 2022 and basically confirmed that Sunbreak is doing extremely well, not just here in North America, which seems to be outpacing even World's original launch, but also is doing well worldwide, and that of course includes Japan as well, which is a bit of an expectation. So usually when Capcom does their quarterly reports, they do not just a press briefing, but they also do a public report as well for everyone to be able to read in both Japanese and English. When it comes to the actual press report, they basically confirmed that the initial sales for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak surpassed 2.5 million units in the first quarter. But remember, that just basically means 1 day since the game launched on June 30th, and the fiscal reports basically ends on June 30th, and the next quarter begins on July 1st. So all this means is that the bulk of the sales already came on the first day of actual launch, basically people who are waiting to be able to get their hands on the game right away. Now at the same time, they also confirmed that Monster Hunter Rise had now passed 10 million units sold. But the interesting thing is in the report, they mentioned the word cumulative, which suggests both the Monster Hunter Rise base version of the game and those bundles that they had for Sunbreak and Rise as well. That would not be including just people who decided to upgrade for the digital version of Rise, which of course wasn't available physically at all. That also doesn't include the physical version of the collector's edition, which of course just included the code for the deluxe version of Sunbreak and did not include the base version of Monster Hunter Rise. So we already knew that Rise was at about 8 million or so, 8.2, 8.3 before the launch of Sunbreak. So they're basically saying that maybe 1 million plus were sold with the inclusion of the bundling of Rise and Sunbreak together. Now in the presentation, they also mentioned that by July 13th, Sunbreak had sold 3 million units. But later we found out that in the actual press briefing, they mentioned that Sunbreak was already at 3.5 million copies as of July 26th. So in almost 2 weeks, it sold almost another 500,000 units, and for the month, it puts it at 1 million units in total. So it's now at a 3.5 as of the 26th. We don't know where it's at as of the time of this recording, obviously. But we should be expecting a report telling us that it's almost at 4 or already crossed 4 million by probably the time this video goes up. So all in all, this is just to say that Rise and Sunbreak are doing extremely well financially for Capcom, and of course the games are selling extremely well, which is good since of course they're not available not just on the Nintendo Switch but on PC. This was one of the biggest criticisms that we had going into the release of Rise, where there was just a Switch version, didn't really have any support from any other supporting platforms. We now know that Sunbreak is available on PC on day one, so that's helping sales for sure, and it's helping to keep up with the release of Iceborne, at the very least in the initial stages. Whether it actually legs it out at the end of the day, we'll just have to wait and see. Capcom has been really good about putting this game on discount. Both Rise and presumably Sunbreak will also be going on that same path, so people will be able to get their hands on it discounted and probably push them to actually go ahead and pick it up if they've been a little bit hesitant in doing so already. The only real criticism that can be levied to them so far is the situation with the amiibos. Now, whether that's actually Capcom's fault or Nintendo's fault for being a little bit overprotective, let's say, for their actually manufacturing procedures when it comes to the amiibos, who's really to know? But it seems like both the Palico and the Palamute amiibos are still not available in Europe yet. They're still not available here in the United States or North America for that matter, and only have been available in some places in Asia. They have been available in Japan, and even Australia is going to get them like late August. So, you know, they really butchered that when it came to the amiibos. The Malzeno amiibo, of course, came in the collector's edition, but standalone has not been available at all as well. But that's about all the information that I wanted to go over with you guys. Presumably, this also means that we are going to get a free items pack very soon as they commemorate the 4 million sales milestone, as we expect that to get announced sometime later this week. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.